There we go. All right. Atma Namaste, everyone. Atma Namaste, Christian Arlong, Life Enhancement Consultant. Happy Saturday. Foguni, Atma Namaste. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your Friday night was fun, fantastic. You got to mix it up with friends, go out, be somewhat responsible for that moment in time. And now, around 1:40 p.m., we're recovering. So, good. I want to jump on real quick. Ellie, Atma Namaste. Ted, Atma Namaste. Good to see everyone, bright and shiny. Salome, Atma Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope you have a little pen and pad next to you, because I want you to take some notes. Jeffrey, Atma Namaste, because I think this will deeply and profoundly benefit you. Eric, Atma Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how many of us that are watching this live stream or watching the recording have things that we have to let go of emotionally? Past hurts, past pains, past negative experiences with friends, family members, coworkers, bosses, people at Starbucks in line, at the grocery store, right? We've had moments of emotional distress, turmoil, angst, bitterness, resentment. Hey, Mary, Atma Namaste. Good to have you on as always. Meanie, Atma Namaste. And I just finished working with a client earlier today who was having some physical problems in her hip. Now, for those of you who haven't been doing healing for any period of time, usually a lot of physical problems, especially physical problems that come out of nowhere, are actually based in emotional energies, emotional pains, emotional traumas, anxiety, grief, anger, resentment, bitterness, things like that. And it manifests physically. Hey, Nicole, Atma Namaste, it manifests physically. So, we were working, this particular client, she's been a client of mine for several years, and she came in, physical pain, lower back, physical pain in the right hip, and I've been talking to her about the forgiveness meditation for at least a year and a half, the forgiveness meditation. And for many, many different reasons, she never practiced the forgiveness meditation. Hey, Suzanne, Atma Namaste, which that's a whole other conversation, and that quick conversation is about receptivity. So what do I mean by that? One of the biggest things I look for in working with current clients and future clients is their receptivity to their own healing. It has nothing to do with whether they believe in pranic healing, whether they believe in energy healing, whether they believe in meditation, whether they believe in God. All they have to do is be open and receptive to their own healing. Because if they're not open and receptive to their own healing, instead of getting healed in 1 or 2 sessions, it's going to take weeks, months, even years for them to heal. It's kind of like somebody going to a therapist 3 times a week for 3 years because they're not ready, willing, and able to let go of the trauma, of the pain, of the anxiousness, of the experience that brought them into therapy to begin with. Exactly. Hey, Amy, Atma Namaste. So Minnie asked, is it Master Ko's forgiveness meditation? Yes. And I'll be sure to provide the link for you guys. It's basically pranichealing.com/forgiveness. Super easy. pranichealing.com/forgiveness. So after a year and a half of me sharing with her this meditation and how from my years of doing spiritual work and healing work, I go, I think this is going to help her on an emotional level and help her on a physical level. So today was the very first day that she actually did the forgiveness meditation. And guess what? She had a profound emotional catharsis and emotional upliftment. She felt lighter, she felt happier, she felt more joyful, and then she was very eager and excited to practice the forgiveness meditation for the next 7 days. Now, whether she does that or not, it's entirely up to her, which goes back to receptivity. Why aren't we receptive to our own healing? Excellent question, everyone. Because of low self-esteem, low self-image, low self-worth. We don't feel that we're good enough to be healed. We don't feel that we're entitled enough to be healed. We feel that we have to do something or be something more in order to be able to be healed, in order to be good enough to be healed. We have to do prostrations and whipping ourselves and beating ourselves and putting ourselves down in order to be ready and receptive to being healed. which that is a false premise. So I encourage each and every one of you to go, you know what? The thing I've been holding on to, my limiting belief around money, my limiting belief around relationships, my limiting belief around my health, my limiting belief around my spiritual practice, my limiting belief around God, let it go, let it go, let it go. And the forgiveness meditation will help you do exactly that. Now, is it an overnight process? No. Hey, Jesse, namaste. But it is an overtime process. And it's funny, it's kind of like somebody in their 20s who never went to the gym, never exercised, never took care of their physical body, ate whatever they felt like eating. And then in their 30s, they go, you know what, now's the time to start getting my body in shape and my body healthy. So they start going to the gym, they start eating right, they start doing all the right things for their body. And then guess what happens? They feel better, they look better, they think better, they have more clarity in their mental body. Their emotions are not so chunked up and condensed, right? And they go, wow, why didn't I do this in my early 20s? Right? Exercise was good 15 years ago just as much as exercise is good right now in this very moment. But you are where you are. Hey, Amy, namaste. You are where you are. So there's a Chinese proverb that says, when is the best time to plant a tree? Susie, namaste. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So you could say, man, if I only knew about meditation 10 years ago, think about how much further I would be in my inner peace and my clarity and my wisdom and my happiness. Well, guess what? You didn't know about meditation 10 years ago. And if you did, you didn't practice it. And it's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. But now that you know, and now that you're more conscious, grab a CD, grab an app, grab an expert, and have them guide you through the process of meditation. It's totally worth it. Same thing with your physical health. Same thing with your relationships. So part of the forgiveness meditation is about letting go of the past story, the past pains, the past hurts that is anchoring you into the past and preventing you from living fully into your future. So just like my client knew a year and a half ago about the forgiveness meditation, and I emphasized how it would be really, 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 really beneficial for her healing, because as Master Choa Kok Sui says, forgiveness is therapeutic. She wasn't open at that time. She wasn't receptive at that time. She had blockages, blind spots. She had lack of awareness. And what's up, Tony Stubble Bean is now following on Twitter. Awesome. So that's okay. The process of unfoldment, the process of evolution requires time. It's time, process, and lots of mistakes. Welcome to evolving. So we don't have to beat ourselves up. Now that you know, you move forward properly, right? So again, the forgiveness meditation, pranichealing.com/meditation. I'm sorry, forgiveness. pranichealing.com/forgiveness. There's two videos. The top video is about 35 minutes of a lecture of forgiveness and what happens energetically when we don't forgive, and what happens energetically when we do forgive. It's a beautiful lecture by Master Stephen Ko, the senior instructor under Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. And then the video right below that, so there's two videos, the video right below that one deals with the actual forgiveness meditation, which is 21 minutes long. Now, if I said to you, if you do a 21 minute long meditation every day for the next 7 days, and it will help alleviate pain, emotional pain and turmoil that you've had for 3, 5, 10 years, would it be worth it to you to experience that? Right? It's pretty profound when you think about it. You just have to do a 21-minute meditation and you can remove layers of junk, layers of heaviness, layers of anxiety. That's pretty phenomenal. Tatiana, bringing the heat. So I hope that helps. I hope that inspires you guys to live a higher quality of life. If you, hey Michael, namaste, if you're looking to deeply and profoundly emotionally heal yourself, and you need a little encouragement, you need a little bump, you need a little push, definitely go to christianrlong.com/services and find the service that fits for your needs, wants, and desires, because I'm here to serve you in any way, shape, or form that I know how to. I hope you guys like the new posters behind me. They're actually not new, They're probably new for you, but they're not new for me. So the one behind me is the Golden Rule, and how the Golden Rule is expressed in the 13 major religions or spiritual practices. And the Golden Rule is simply do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and do not do unto others as you would not want them to do unto you. And then right behind me are teachers, great teachers, also known as great ones, that we invoke or call upon when we do healing, the Wesak meditation, the Wesak festival, and other high-level meditations. So Mini says, whom should we ask for forgiveness? Many times we don't understand. So Mini's asking, who should we ask for forgiveness? Here's something very interesting about this. You don't need to contact that person who hurt you. You just need to do the technique. Because let's say you have a lot of anger and resentment around your parents, around your mother and father. And let's say both of your parents are deceased. Then what do? Are you meant to suffer for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years until you leave the physical body? No. So the forgiveness meditation is meant to be done energetically with you and the other person, whether they're living or not. So you don't need to pick up the phone, which I don't know why I did that, because this is rotary phone. We don't pick up rotary phones because we don't have rotary phones anymore. We pick up cell phones. So you pick up your cell phone, Melissa, Atma Namaste, and you don't have to call that person and say, hey, Samantha, I just want to let you know that thing that you did to me that really upset me 2 years ago that I've been holding on to and really angry and irritated and frustrated about. I just want to let you know I forgive you. Sort of, kind of, I don't know if I really forgive you. All right, I'll call you later, bye. And then you hang up the phone, right? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about doing the forgiveness meditation energetically, and over time, the cords that you have connected to the other person will begin to release. And here's a little nugget about forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you. It's not necessarily for the other person, because look at it this way. The person who caused you pain, anxiousness, anger, resentment, what have you, they, one, did it out of space of unconsciousness, because when you're conscious, you don't do those things to people. Number two, they have long since forgotten the act. So you're the one that's still holding on to the pain, hey Salvador, and it's affecting you negatively. So Salome has a question. Hey, so Master Hector had told me once that forgiveness can also be done for ideologies and memories. Listening to you, now maybe we can also do forgiveness for a feeling, for example, loneliness. Without knowing exactly what Master Hector said, I can't really go down that route, because I don't know what point he was making at that time. But I can connect it to, you can also practice forgiveness for yourself. So you remember how we talked about receptivity, how we talked about people sabotage their own healing, right? Because a year and a half ago, I told my client, hey, practice this technique and it will help alleviate your pain. She didn't practice the technique and she stayed in that space of pain for a year and a half because she wasn't receptive to her own healing. So when you practice the forgiveness meditation on yourself, you have more self-love, more self-patience, more self-understanding, more self-respect, more self-worth, right? You let go of negative pride that you use to keep yourself together, and you just become open and free, like we talked about in the newsletter this past Thursday. It's on my Facebook page, you can find it. So self-forgiveness is super, super important. You would be surprised how many people don't love themselves, and actually how many people loathe themselves. And I've been there too. As I've done my spiritual practice over, 19 years, layers of programming have come up, layers of negative beliefs, limiting beliefs have come up of like, whoa, I had no idea I didn't like myself that much in that area of my life. Well, I'm going to start blessing that area, healing that area, and forgiving that area, because if you recognize life is nothing more than a series of tests, and you pass or you don't pass. Tests, you pass, you don't pass. You just keep going up the chain. You have greater tests, greater challenges, and if you pass it, great, you go to the next level. If you